He's not that bad, you know. He was a perfect gentleman the other night.
Oh, you mean he opened the bedroom door for you?
No.
Are you still okay for dinner tonight?
Yeah, sure.
Do you want to see her heart broken by Wham Bam Warner?
Poor kid. I mean, what can you do? Someone's got to look after him, man. Yeah. That means us.
It's getting late. I better get you back home to bed.
Oh, you're still up?
Oh, hi. Terrific show on TV. G'day, Chris.
Catch you tomorrow.
Bye, thanks.
See you later, Chris.
Bye, Chris.
Sick of you two.
What do we do?
Where are you going?
Since I can't get any privacy around here, I'm going to spend the night with Chris.
Alison!
Did you have a nice time last night?
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Sorry, didn't realise there was a private consultation going on.
I have to go.
Hey, let's do it again soon.
I suppose you're pretty pleased with yourself?
Well, why not? It was a fun night.
What's going on?
Him and Alison. Can you believe it? She spent the night with him.
So quick. It's a pity I didn't think Alison had succumbed quite so easily.
Yeah, well, you know what he's like. Good smooth talker, and she is pretty innocent.
Not anymore, apparently.
Yeah, I just wish it hadn't been him.
No, I'm sure you wish it were you.
Not at all. I think of Alison like a brother. You know what'll happen, don't you? Dr. Sleaze will get bored, find someone else, and he'll break her heart. We'll have to pick up the pieces.
Sorry to interrupt this riveting conversation, but can either of you explain why the examination room is in such a shambles?
Cleaners must have missed it.
I'll have a word to them. You can assist Dr. Warner this morning.
Great. Now I get to hear all the sordid details.
What was that all about? Sordid details.
Oh, Chris and Alison. It's a shame, really.
Soon as pos, thanks, Jen, and I'd better see it again before you send it off.
Oh, the proposal for the craniofacial unit.
Yeah, give the clinic a bit of prestige, don't you think?
Won't do your reputation any harm either.
Exactly.
Well, I hope you get it, Michael. You deserve it.
Yes, well, I hope the hospital board see it that way. I have trodden on a few establishment toes in my time.
Even so, they must recognise your worth.
We'll see. Page Chris Warner for me. I'd like a word with him.
Right.
Oh, Jenny. Nick.
What's he done?
The manager from across the road, Frank, he called me this morning to complain that Nick hasn't turned up for work on a number of occasions, and as I recommended him for the job, you know, it was a bit embarrassing.
Don't worry about it. I'll sort him out.
Yeah, try to get him to understand that he's taken on some responsibilities by accepting this job.
Marge, can you page Chris Warner for me?
Oh, Alison, you needn't have bothered with this. I'm going to speak to the cleaners about
Oh, no,
it.
it's all right. No need to worry.
You shouldn't let people take advantage of you.
I'm sure they're not.
I was referring to Chris Warner.
What about him?
Well, I gather last night, you and he...
Is that what people are saying? Think they'd have something better to talk about?
Look, it's your private business, and I'm not trying to interfere. However, I do know from experience that when staff become romantically involved, it can affect the running of the clinic.
Oh, it won't happen to us.
I wish I could be sure of that.
It won't. I'll make sure it doesn't.
It's not something you can always control, no matter how good your intentions. I know Chris can be very charming, and I'm sure he used all his charm on you. Still, I must say, I think you could do a lot better for yourself. You must know what a playboy he is.
There's another side to him. A side that people don't see.
Oh, dear. You have got it bad, haven't you?
Excuse me, Miss Burton. I've got to do my obs.
What have I done this time?
No, nothing like that. No, there's something I want to discuss with you. I've got a new proposition in the pipeline. It's something pretty exciting. Proposal to establish a craniofacial unit over at the hospital.
Yeah, I've heard the rumours. It sounds pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, I'm just finalising the application, and I'd like you to be on the team.
Well, me?
Yeah, what do you think?
Well, I'm immensely flattered, but I don't know if I'm qualified.
Oh, nonsense, Chris. You're a very capable surgeon, and I think you've got a lot of potential. You just need the right training. In my opinion, it is the perfect area for you to specialise in.
Look, I really appreciate it, but I don't know if it's me. To tell you the truth, I don't know if I can handle the pressure right now. I'd be pretty full on.
Oh, come on, Chris. I didn't think you were the sort to back away from a challenge. This is a very good offer. And if you don't take it, I'm sure that Meredith will.
She's interested as well.
Well, of course.
Oh, what the hell? Count me in.
Terrific.
Danke.
Hi.
Guten Morgen.
Yeah. Hey, I've got an audition for a band this afternoon. Can you keep an eye on this for me?
Ja.
Trying out for Simon's group. Do you know him?
Nein.
What's all this with the Ja and Nein business?
I'm learning German. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, whatever turns you on.
There's one German who does.
What?
Turns me on.
Oh. I'll be back for the guitar after lunch.
If you're going to be a rock star, how are you going to keep up with your job and your studies?
Easy. I'll give the gym the flick.
Yeah? Do you think you should? You know what they say, don't give up your day job.
It's a drag. Anyway, make more money from the band.
What will your mum say?
I'll live with it as long as she doesn't get McKenna to bore me to death. Just keep an eye on the guitar, huh?
Sure. But I need a favour in return.
What's that?
Can you look after the shop for me for a few minutes while I go over the road?
Oh, yeah, I guess, but don't be too long. I don't want Frank to see me.
Danke.
There you go.
Congratulations.
How's that?
Michael told me you'd agreed to join the craniofacial team.
Oh, we're not quite there yet. He still needs to get the grant for the new unit. I have to admit, I was surprised he asked me.
Your father will be proud.
And that'd make a nice change. I'm having dinner with him tonight, so I guess I'll soon find out.
Steve, I need a favour.
Nope.
All I want you to do is give Klaus some bratwurst.
What?
Bratwurst, he loves it. He's going nuts on the clinic food.
No can do. He's on a bland diet for the next few days.
I bet he'd recover a lot faster if he could have his own food.
Anything called brockwurst cannot be good for the digestion.
Excuse me, Gina. Is anyone minding the coffee shop? I wanted a paper.
Yeah, Nick's there.
Nick? What's he doing there?
Looking after it for me.
Well, why isn't he at work?
I don't know.
Well, are you going to hang around here all day?
No, I wanted to talk to you.
Really?
Yeah. You see, Klaus?
Mr. Schmidl?
Yeah. Well, look, his bed isn't too comfortable. It feels like it's got rocks in it. Do you think you could get a new mattress or move to another bed?
This isn't a five-star hotel. If you want to puff up Mr. Schmidl's pillows, that's fine, but don't expect the rest of the staff to give him any special treatment.
But he's ill.
Most of our patients are. Now, is there anything else you want to discuss with me?
Ah, caffeine, I need you.
Perhaps you should try an early night, alone.
Aren't you going to congratulate me?
About what? Another one of your conquests?
Oh, in a way. You know that craniofacial unit McKenna's been talking about setting up over at the hospital? He's just offered me a place on the team.
What?
Yeah, fantastic opportunity. What's wrong?
Well, what do you think?
You were up for a place.
You know I was. McKenna virtually promised it to me last week.
I'm sorry, Meredith, but it's not my fault he offered me the job.
Figures. The old boys club.
Oh, it's not like that.
I'm just as capable and as qualified as you are.
Oh, yeah, of course you are.
Good. Then they're settled then. You can march in there right now and tell him you're not interested.
I can't. He wanted a definite commitment from me, and I gave it to him.
I see. Well, congratulations.
Michael went out of his way to get you that job, and now you're going to throw it back in his face.
I didn't ask him to do it. You did. I'd rather get my own job anyway.
Oh, grow up, Nick. What are you going to find at your age?
Yeah, well, it just so happens that I've got an audition for a band this arvo, and I know I'm going to get in.
A band? You've got to be joking.
It could be a big one. Some bands make a fortune.
And most of them disappear without a trace. I thought the whole purpose of you working was to save enough money to buy a car.
It is. What is there, some law that says you can't earn money and have fun while you're doing it?
Sorry I'm so late. Oops. Can I get you something?
No, Gina.
Right, I'll leave you to it.
I'm quitting the gym whatever happens. It sucks.
I don't want you to, Nick. You're making a big mistake.
Mum, listen to me, please. This is something I really, really want to do. I know it may be hard going for a while, but I've heard this band. They're great.
Oh, pie in the sky. You're just doing what you always do, letting everyone down.
What about me? You say I don't care about anybody, but you don't give a damn about what I want to do, only what looks right in McKenna's eyes.
That's not true.
I'm not going back to that gym. I hate it. I'm going to get into this band. We're going to be great, and you can't stop me.
So, how would you rate Wonder Boy on a scale of 1 to 10? 2? 3?
Get lost, Steve. At least I know better than to bring someone home again.
We're only trying to protect you, you know.
What have you got against Chris, anyway?
Nothing personal. But I know what he's like. Hey, Meredith.
I wouldn't waste my time on him if I were you.
Well, you're not me. Why does everyone think they have the right to tell me what to do? Look, just because I'm from the country doesn't mean to say that I'm stupid.
No one's suggesting that.
I'm not going to be Miss Prim and Proper either. If I want to let my hair down and have a good time, I will.
That's fine. I just don't think Chris Warner is the wisest choice.
Maybe he's exactly what I need. Everyone else seems to think I should be wrapped in cotton wool. That's why I left home in the first place, and I'm not going to let it happen around here.
Hey, look, we're your friends, right? We're just concerned about you. You don't know Chris like we do.
Really? Well, maybe I should get to know him a whole lot better.
Whoa! You seem to be spending more time here than at the coffee shop.
I found some German magazines. I was just bringing them over to Klaus. I thought he'd like to have something to read in his own language.
I'm afraid he'd be disappointed. This isn't German, it's Dutch.
How do you know?
Well, it says they're published in the Netherlands. Stands to reason.
Oh, I spent ages looking for them.
Well, he can always look at the pictures.
He'll think I'm an idiot.
Oh, I'm sure he won't. He'll appreciate your effort.
Do you reckon?
Of course he will. You must be feeling very smug with yourself, Dr. Warner.
Well, he seems to think I have a lot of potential, and who am I to disagree?
Pardon?
McKenna.
Oh, I'm talking about Alison. Personally, I think it's a damn shame she's become another notch on your belt.
A notch on my belt. Where did you hear that?
You mean it isn't true?
I'd just like to know where you heard it. You have got some explaining to do, mate.
I hope you're as good as Simon reckons. We've auditioned a lot of real amateurs lately. I've got a big voice, so I need a full-on sort of sound.
It's the sound, man. We need the right kind of sound.
Yeah, well, I can do that. Sure I can.
So who have you played with?
Oh, did a few gigs with Wounded Angel.
Never heard of him.
Oh, we kind of went to school together. You know, played a few pubs, that kind of thing.
Okay, let's hear it.
Oh, it needs tuning, doesn't it?
Yeah, sorry, it's new strings.
Hi. Seems we're starring in a bit of hot gossip.
Who cares?
Now, the trouble is, whoever started the rumour's got some of their facts wrong. As I remember it, I left you safely on your doorstep, but from what I hear, we're supposed to have spent the night together.
Wonder how they got that idea.
That's what I was wondering. Thought you might be able to fill me in.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to embarrass you.
Who's embarrassed? It can't do my reputation any harm, but it might not do much for yours.
I don't care. Well, Steve and Sam seem to think they have to protect me all the time. I just got sick of it. So I told them I was going to be spending the night with you.
Where did you spend it?
In the examination room on one of the trolleys. But I was running late and I didn't have time to tidy up. Now everyone's making this big thing about how unsuitable you are for me. They all seem to think it's their business.
Tell them to go to hell. Look, anytime you want to spend the night at my place, you're more than welcome. And after all, if everyone thinks you've done it, why not do it? Meredith.
I haven't got time to chat. I'm nearly an hour behind schedule.
Spare me a moment to make my apology.
About what?
I feel really lousy about snatching that position from you.
I bet. Quite a day of achievements, wasn't it? The new unit, Alison. I'm sure you feel really lousy.
Look, that was a misunderstanding. She didn't spend the night with me. That rumour was way off beam. Well, ask Alison if you don't believe me.
Okay, so someone got their wires crossed. I'm glad to hear it.
Well, hey, I'm still getting a blast of cold air from somewhere. You are jealous about McKenna making me his assistant, aren't you?
Jealous? Why should I be jealous? The only reason McKenna nominated you was on the basis of your surname.
Oh, come on.
Medical politics? That's the only criteria you were chosen by.
Yeah, well, if it makes you feel better to believe that.
Who'll be on the hospital board that rejects or approves the grant?
Well, my father.
Exactly. Don't tell me you didn't know.
I didn't.
Not talking to me, huh? Look, I'm sorry for hassling you before. It was just a bit of teasing.
No, it wasn't. It was interfering. You telling me how I can run my life, who my friends are? I don't like it.
Okay, so I was out of line. Won't happen again. Promise. Can't be your friend, Alison.
Okay. But remember, you promised to mind your own business. And that's about everything, including Chris. And there's been no more further discussion about last night, all right?
All right.
I should make you sign that in blood.
Want me to go borrow the scalpel?
How are things at the clinic?
Fine.
Well, that doesn't tell me much.
Oh, everything's going really well. I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning a lot.
Good. Good. Of course, the shine will soon wear off. You'll soon realize that that sort of work isn't all peaches and cream.
Yeah, well, I don't expect it to be. I'm not just playing at this, you know.
Oh, really? Could have fooled me.
Okay, let's hold it right there. Let's not start the night off like this.
Like what?
Well, you know, with you patronizing me the way you always do. Maybe I've got more potential than you give me credit for.
Ah, Chris, I'm well aware of your capabilities and your limitations. I just think you should be specializing, not dealing with minor ailments. You've had your rebellion. You've made your point. Isn't it time you came back to the family fold?
In what way?
Come and work with me. I'll train you. I know you'd make a damn fine heart surgeon. You're a Warner, after all.
Why are you suddenly remembering that now? I mean, is that for me or is that just to get back at McKenna?
McKenna? Why should I waste my time? He's no threat to me.
Oh, come on, Dad. You still hold a grudge. I know that. Everyone knows that.
Listen, I don't like the man, and I never will. But as for the rest, it's in the past. This clinic of his is regarded as a joke in the medical community, so it's not a matter of rivalry. I'm simply trying to offer you a future, and I think I can make it a very attractive package.
Still here?
Yes, I wanted to get that submission finished before I leave.
Ah, good, good.
So dinner will be a little late.
I've arranged to meet a couple of the board members this evening. I'm sorry.
That's okay. There's always tomorrow night.
Yeah, fine. Did you manage to talk to Nick?
Yes, I did. He says he's giving up the job.
Well, that's going to make me look like a bit of a fool, isn't it?
I'm sorry, Michael. I tried to talk him out of it. But he's got his head full of some incredible teenage fantasy about being a rock star.
Would you like me to have a word with him?
No, thanks anyway, but I don't think he'd be very receptive. And who knows? Every rock star had to start somewhere.
Do you want to hear something else?
No, that's cool. Sorry, man. You're just not good enough.
I was just a bit off today, that's all. Had a fight with the old lady before I came. Put me off. I can do better.
Sorry.
But I thought you were desperate for a guitar player.
Oh, I've always had someone in mind, if the worst came to the worst.
Looks like your kid sister's in.
You're being a bloody fool. How long are you going to keep this up?
What?
Spitting in the family's eye.
I'm just trying to make it on my own, that's all.
Oh, and you think you can make it at that ridiculous clinic?
I'm doing all right so far.
It would mean a lot to your mother, you know, if you and I were working together.
Oh, that's aiming low, that is, dragging Mother into it.
I've done a lot for you, Chris. Got you out of many scrapes. With money and the law. I think you owe me a thing or two.
I'm very grateful for all you've done for me. I just don't want to be your puppet.
Puppet? I'm offering you a chance to become one of the country's major heart surgeons. Believe it or not, there are no strings attached.
Oh, yes, there are. You want to make all the rules and have me obey them. After all, you are the patriarch of the Warner clan, aren't you, Father?
Yes, and you're my son. And you should be working beside me, preparing yourself to take over when the time comes.
Oh, I don't think I could fill your shoes. They're much too big.
No, you're just talking nonsense. Sooner or later, you'll have to pull into line.
Into line with the Warner tradition? The old school tie, lunch at the club, back scratching and backstabbing. No thanks.
Never taken anything seriously in your life, have you? All you've ever wanted to do is embarrass me by putting a slur on the Warner name.
Oh, I think Grandfather did a good enough job of that.
Don't you dare talk about my father like that. You're not fit to tie his shoelaces.
No? Then why do you want me to come and train with you? I mean, what's the point? You have no belief in my capabilities.
Oh, it's useless talking with you.
Yeah, I agree. Let's end this conversation. Goodbye, Father. Thanks for the champagne.
So, Bruce, how are you?
I'm well.
I just saw Chris leaving. He's settling in well at the clinic. He's a fine young man and a promising surgeon.
You think so?
No question. Like father, like son. I assume he told you that I've nominated him as my assistant in my proposal for the new craniofacial unit.
That could be a mistake. Politically.
Sorry, I don't...
If you're expecting my committee to endorse your proposal, having Chris on the team won't necessarily help. In fact, you may stand a better chance if he was no longer in your employ. Sack him.
Is it you or is it me? Lately I've been lost, it seems I think the change is what I need. If I'm looking for a chance or a dream, Shortland Street. Taking time to hold my place, yesterday's another place, just living for the times we've seen. When the writing on the wall says I'll be Shortland Street. If you want to find a way of searching for another world, it's hard to see. Shortland Street.
This program is made with the help of your broadcasting fee, so you can see more of New Zealand on air.